Hi guys! So I just came back from my very first Japanese tea ceremony class and I'm pretty excited about it. It was extremely interesting. This was just a trial class, but I'm hopefully going to be able to learn a lot more. Apparently we're supposed to get a total of 10 hours of training, and then after that we will have mastered at least the basics of the Japanese tea ceremony. So I'm basically going to share my experience with you guys today, and we basically started off going into the room, basically seeing generally what the atmosphere of a Japanese tea ceremony room was like. Then we were kind of walked through the basics of the tools that are going to be used in the tea ceremony, and then in the end she showed us a demonstration. Basically we acted as the guests and she acted as the host, and she gave us tea, made tea for us, and we were able to drink it and watch her perform the tea ceremony. It was a very beginner's type of experience, and I'm just going to start off this vlog by sharing a little bit of background information. So I have personally done a little bit of research on Japanese tea ceremony myself, so I'm going to share with you what I know, what I learned today, and what I've learned before. Japanese tea ceremony was sort of developed into something that was for the purpose of cultural refinement. The teacher today in fact told me that it was often used as sort of a game back in the olden days before a certain era of Japanese tea ceremony occurred. So it was more of a social status symbol than anything. It had kind of lost any sort of spiritual meaning to it. However, a very significant figure in Japanese history, not just in Japanese tea ceremony, was Sen no Rikyu, who was a Japanese tea master, and he basically broke down and stripped away all of that social status symbol connotations that had been attached to tea ceremony, and he really focused on what tea ceremony was truly about. So Sen no Rikyu was very focused on the idea of simplicity in tea ceremony and emptiness. So the tea ceremony room in general is supposed to be very empty. It's not supposed to be glamorous in any sort of way. It's supposed to be very, I would say, stripped naked of all social status symbols. Just a simple room, very simple furniture, very simple floor, very simple design. Everything was sort of empty and clean. Tea ceremony was a huge presence in Zen Buddhism, because in this facet of Buddhism, one of the main ways of achieving enlightenment was said to be meditation, and tea was used to help keep the Buddhist monks and anybody who practiced Buddhism to be more aware of themselves and be more focused with all the caffeine and vitamins and antioxidants present in Japanese tea. Sen no Rikyu took this religious and spiritual association with Japanese tea ceremony and really focused on the idea of simplicity and emptiness. So the tea rooms that he designed did not have anything that was glamorous or glitzy or anything like that that maybe people in America or maybe even Japanese people today kind of imagine tea ceremony to be. It's very simple, it's very ritualistic, it's very clean, and the whole purpose is to purify your mind and soul. Something that Sen no Rikyu really focused on was the Nijirikuchi. I believe he was one of the people who was advocating this Nijirikuchi to be a part of the tea house. It is a very, very small door that people were to go in to the tea room by, and the reason that it was so small was that people like samurai or shogun would have to remove their swords in order to be able to fit into this tea room. When you enter the room, you are basically stripped bare of any sort of social status symbol that you may have on you, and you are simply a human being trying to achieve enlightenment, trying to achieve the purification of the mind. Something that my teacher today really focused on was the idea that tea ceremony in itself is an extremely simple concept, and that is there's a host, and this host is trying to make delicious tea for the people that they are hosting and trying to make them feel as comfortable and as satisfied as possible. It's more of a you type of atmosphere than a me type of atmosphere. It's very focused on pleasing other people, making other people feel comfortable, making other people feel refreshed, and leaving with a very purified mind and soul. Another important thing that I learned today was that Japanese tea ceremony is rules, 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 rules. There is a very specific way of doing every single little thing, greeting someone, sitting, a way of making the tea, a way of giving another person the tea, and a way of drinking the tea. It makes the whole experience very ritual and provided some photos for you guys below, and they're also going to be included in my photo gallery. And these are photos of the tools that were used and the room and the general atmosphere that we have. And hopefully you guys enjoy this blog post. I'm going to get into more specifics in the blog post itself, so please read what I have below, and I hope that you guys will continue watching my experience of Japanese tea ceremony lessons. This experience was really educational for me in Japanese culture, and it was just really interesting and beautiful to learn. And so hopefully exposing you guys to this experience will give you more of an idea of Japanese culture and the Japanese American experience. So I will see you guys in the next blog post, and enjoy the photos